Damn it. I'm looking for bacon. You're watching Final Fantasy VII.
So that was Cobalt, folks, and welcome back to more Final Fantasy VII. So last time we left these guys off, Avalanche had just gotten caught, and now we're going to have to see what happens, and this is where things start getting brutal. So let's get prepared for that. So, yeah, I'm just kind of sailing through, swinging through, and that sort of thing, keeping it low-key. Just kind of hung out on Instagram a bit today and shit like that. It's been rather lackadaisical in terms of how shit's been going on, but I'm gonna try to mix it up and have some things to talk about. So I guess the first thing I can yap about is just the news. We're kind of under the impression that the vaccine is going to be here for COVID-19 in November or something. I don't know about that. They said it's going to be dispersed throughout 3/4 of 2021, so I'm just kind of, this happens to be the thing. Not really sure about it, but we'll see. So meanwhile, Cloud gets locked in a cell with Tifa. It's kind of interesting timing. You get a chance to hit on Tifa also, so I'm trying to, yeah, so you have to check in on your crew. That's kind of the thing there. There's 3 other ones, obviously, but so if you notice, I mean, Barrett kind of just flipped his bed off to the side and decided to sit on the floor. Kind of a nice touch, just to think. And he's kind of a big dude. I figure him to be at least 6 feet tall or more. I'm fairly certain that there's stats of his height somewhere on the internet, but I think Cloud's probably like 5'10" or something. Maybe I don't think he's over 6 feet, but I think he's like 5'10", something like that. I know Cloud's age is 21. Tifa and Aerith are also 21. And I have no clue how old Red 13 is. I think Barrett's in his 30s somewhere. Then again, he might just be like 28, I'm not really sure. I don't know. So yeah, he's gonna, I didn't want to spoil this, but it seems like he's gonna recruit some new members for Avalanche. Because with the deaths of Jesse, Biggs, and Wedge, he's kind of short. I don't know about the rest of his crew. I think there might have been others, but it's like hell. Now let's see how Aerith is doing, who we will have a convo with. I don't know, when I talked about in the previous episode about how some critics didn't like the Japanese to English translation of this game, I felt like they did a decent job of it. I mean, there may be like a couple typos, but other than that, I appreciate if you like Japanimation, anime, that sort of stuff, I think you should feel right at home with this game, especially considering that it's over 20 years old. I mean, anime was huge back in the 90s. That's the thing. This was like a flagship series for anime back in those days, but the translation, I think any people nowadays, the people who grow up on like Japan and that sort of stuff, it's just so much different. But I probably would have thought differently of it back when I was like 8 and 10 when this game first came out, but that's the point, is it's supposed to have an edge. Because this was the breakout Final Fantasy game. The other 6 that came before this didn't scratch the surface, I don't think. So, but I do like Final Fantasy VI. It's a real solid game. And there's other ones. I like Mystic Quest and Final Fantasy 1 and 2, and I don't really know about 5 and 3, but I know the other ones, the 4th one too, but so yeah, you can actually move around. I mean, I suppose it's just an extra little thing to do, but it's not really a lot of room to move around. This game is just like Chrono Trigger. I feel like Squaresoft, all those games that they came up with like between like 1993 and 1998 or so, that was them in their stride. That was like their sweet spot, was the mid 90s and such. They just did everything correctly back in those days. And that's the thing, I mean, there's Final Fantasy 14, 15, maybe even 16 out, but I don't know if they'll ever have like the same execution that this game did. Or Final Fantasy 8 either. But, you know, I need to learn more about Final Fantasy VIII. I'm going to get that soon enough, but I'm not going to just keep diving into 100-part RPGs like this. I'm going to take a break after I beat this game. I mean, I am going to do Parasite Eve, but I think that game's actually shorter than this game. So it's going to be kind of like a mid-tempo kind of little game, probably 50, 60 parts, something like that. I hope I can beat the damn game. Hope I didn't just spend the money on it just to fuck around and not be able to do it. Of course, by this point, I'm probably talking like late 2021 or whatever. I'm really going to have to hustle with this game. At least you get episode 25. One more. I have to record some more gameplay, because this is why this episode is shorter, because that's as far as the gameplay went. The last one was a little bit longer. I really don't go up to like 14 minutes and 58 seconds, but if I would have stopped at like 15 seconds sooner, you would have had a little bit more here, but still, not all of them have to be 14 minutes, 14 and a half, so. Alright, what's going on? The cell is unlocked. Tifa's asleep, so we're not going to bring her along, but something's up. You can just kind of hear by the music as to how demented it is. Now, obviously, just judging by what happened here, I think this guy got mutilated. I mean, it is a T-rated game, but I think the guy clearly got the shit kicked out of him. So. But the plot thickens. Nope, he should have the key on him. Yeah, so we're just about done with the Shinra headquarters segment. There's probably only like another 2, maybe 3 at most episodes that we're going to have to do here. But then we're getting kind of close to where I am in my practice file. So later tonight, I am going to watch some more of this game and see what I have to do next. But it should be all in a day's work. I'll probably record some more gameplay tomorrow or the next day, and episode 26 will be born. And so on. We'll get more of these out in September. I tell ya, it's like the main thing. These guys are always getting, eradicated in some fashion. They just went to prison, and then essentially they watch the prison that they're in, they get murdered there, or people around them do. It's blood on the floor, as you can tell. So they really got. Yeah, they have poison. This is what I'm talking about. I like how the music's kind of like creepy and stuff, but they just use that for the theme rather than the standard battle music. It's a nice touch. I really need the all magic attack to totally wipe these guys out that much sooner. I'm gonna have to take it from Azul. I attacked Tifa because I figured that if your team member is asleep, you can attack them to wake them up. But they just keep putting her back to sleep, so I just said, fuck it. You know. These guys are simple enough anyhow. But yeah, so, I mean, obviously you don't want to lollygag too much. Just because these battles will start to add up, and I don't know if you might be able to use tents, but it's better to kind of move along. I thought about talking to... Oh, they're all dead. Never mind. Let's just go talk with Red 13. And then we're about to call it even. We're about at the end here, folks. So, just trying to get her equipped because I want to get her magic up, because I know there's some battles coming that I do not want to get fucked over. So we're going to have to really do this. But yeah, I want that all thing. So. So it's Genova that did this. What's going on here? It's one of the ancients. Yep, there's some spoilers coming, but they won't be spoilers when you see them for yourselves. Alright, that should about wrap it up. Just gonna have to save and we'll be on our way. Alright, so subscribe for more fun. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful night. Stay tuned.